duking out over in Group B to see who can get themselves off to a flyer in this year's Qatar World Cup. Of course, do you back the Americans, do you back the Welsh? We're going to take a look at all of it next. Back once again with another 5-minute preview. Looking forward to this game. Of course, USA versus Wales over in Group B. And we'll get to that in just a second. If you know where you've been, smash the old subscribe button. Bow to all things Rovers related, World Cup related, world football itself related. We're going to all hear, boys, under one roof scheme. Well, of course, my home nation right here, USA, get themselves off to a flyer. Or will it be Gareth Bale's boys getting over the line with a monster 3 points? We'll take a look at it, all of it in a second. Of course, people shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. Check out the links to that down below, of course. And there's also a Discord to get in amongst it, of course. Anyway, let's get cracking and have a look at what we're talking about. We're talking about this game, of course, USA versus Wales at the Ahmad bin Ali Stadium, of course, coming at you on this 21st of November 2022, of course. It is the Welsh locking horns against the Americans, and of course, take a look at the Americans. They qualified as a CONCACAF third round, third place team, of course, on the 30th of March 2022. There have been 11 tournaments in the past. The last was 2014. They weren't there in Russia, of course, so they're back for the first time since that occasion in Brazil. Third place back in 1930. Greg Berhalter is the manager. Christian Pulisic is the face of the place. Of course, they are odds, even Stevens to qualify 101 to go the distance and win the whole pissing thing as a whole. Heading into this, they did take on Saudi Arabia back in the 27th of September, picked up a 0-0 draw. However, prior to that, they did lose to Japan. So back-to-back games now without a goal for them. So not great for the USA heading into this. Of course, take a look at Group B as a whole. Also alongside the United States and the Welsh, we have the English and the Iranians, of course. The Americans will take on England after this game on the 25th of November 2022. Take a look at the squad then, shall we, for the USA. Coming at you, of course, a fresh look at goalkeepers. Got Matt Turner, of course, Ethan Hovard as well, kicking off forward into the defensive line there. Tony Robinson from Fulham, of course, had a good season so far over there. Of course, DeAndre Yedlin, of course, a face of the place, familiar face of the place, of course. Into midfield with the likes of Giovanni Reina, Winston McKennie, and, of course, Brendan Aronson, who's electric at the moment. And up top, we've got the likes of Josh Sargent and Timothy Weir, to name but a few. Take a look at my starting 11 then for this game. Of course, heading into this, we've got to turn up between sticks. Robertson, Ream, Long and Yedlin at the back there. Adams, McKinney, Aronson, of course, I really love that player. Ferreira, Pulisic and Timothy Weir, George Weir's son, leading the charge for the Americans. Of course, take a look at the Welsh then. The Welsh Dragons coming into this, qualified as UEFA Playoff winners, Path A. They secured the deal on the June the 5th, 2022. They've been at two finals in the past. The last was by way back in 1958, of course. Quarterfinals, they made it in 1958, so hopefully they're looking to repeat that as well. Rob Page is your manager. Gareth Bale is the VIP. 11-10 to qualify from this one. 150-1 to go the distance and win the pissing thing. They come into this on the back of the 1-0 loss against Poland. Prior to that, they also lost games against Belgium and the Netherlands. So a bit of a rough run of events here for Wales. But of course, they can turn it around over in Qatar. Of course, they are joined with England and Iran. And of course, they will take on Iran, of course, after this game. And that will be on, of course, match number 2, November 25th. Take a look at the Welsh squad then, shall we? Of course, managed by Rob Page. You've got the goalkeepers compete for the jersey, Wayne Hennessy and Danny Ward alongside Adam Davies. Into defence, we've got a veteran there, Chris Gunter. The young guns, Joe Rodden in there, Ethan Impandu, of course, over in Syria. Into midfield, we've got the likes of Sorba Thomas from Huddersfield, Joe Morrell, of course, Matt Smith, the Doctor, not the real Doctor, Brennan Johnson, Gareth Bale, Kiefer Moore, Dan James, some electric guys in there. Harvey Wilson's in the mixer as well. A lot of good talent in the Welsh team so far. But what about my 11 then for this game? I've got to go with Hennessy between the sticks, Norrington Davis at the back there alongside Rodden, and Mappin with the back three. Noko Williams, the left-hand side, Roberts on the right, Allen, Ramsey, Wilson, Bale, James, of course, Kiefer Moore from the bench. Of course, he might even start. It's just, I got to get Bale in there somewhere. But of course, that's my take on it. Of course, looking forward to this game then, shall we? Picture the twice these two sides. One win for the USA, nothing for the Welsh. One draw, of course. The Americans are coming to this, just one defeated past 6, 58% form for them right now, up against the Welsh side without winning 5, 28% form for them heading into this. Last time I played, there was a 0-0 draw back in November 2020. And of course, heading into this, we've got to take a look at the fan vote. The fan vote's going, it's quite tight, going in favour of the Welsh. Of course, 44% of the vote for them right now, 42% of the vote going in favour of the USA, and of course 30% with the draw. Myself, I'm actually going to sit on the fence on this one. It's too tough to call, and I think both sides are going to give it their all, and it'll end up as a draw, 1-1 in the end, which is not really going to suit anybody looking forward to this game, but it will keep themselves unbeaten and still within the mix, a win away from potentially getting into the knockout stages. That's, of course, my take on it. What do you think about it? Let me know down below as well. So, of course, that's it. You know, content continues here for Blackburn Overseas. Make sure you smash your subscribe, smash your thumbs up, smash the little bell. We have a phone in, of course, every day of the World Cup, so make sure you check that out. But until then, I'm going to let you get out of here. But, of course, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below.